Hello and welcome to this channel. This is a Ford Transit 250 high roof extended that we just bought. It has a cargo protective items and the floor is in not that too bad shape. So over this few weeks we will show you what the build process was. So we started by cleaning up the van and the floor, and then basically there was some rust, as you can see, that we had to deal with. I mean, it's pretty minor, but it's not too bad. For the window, we actually bought them and get them installed. It was pretty cheap for the price, and same thing for the MaxxAir fan. We just felt that it was just better for our time. Back to the floor, we took some wire brush from the Home Depot, and then we also tried some crud cutter rust on some piece of metal that we had, and see how good it was, because based on what we researched, this was a better way than using the Rust-Oleum self-etching primer type of thing. But I mean, there's a lot of debates on how to do rust, so I mean, we give it a try. So we put some crud cutter on the piece, and look the result after we cleaned up after a few minutes. And because it was cold, we actually you had to use the hair dryer to do a small test. This product works better if it's like 68 Fahrenheit, but it was kind of in the end of the winter, so it was kind of cold, so we'd give it a try. The next step was to remove the cargo protective using the car trim tool that we bought. You just remove the first inner piece, and then you can easily remove the whole pin, and then you can remove the whole panel. There's some attachment bolt, so we use a half-inch bolt, and then we just removed it. It's pretty straightforward. It's really a bit hard with one hand, as you can see. I mean, but anyway, I got it done anyway, so you can do it. A side note: when you remove the top pieces, some pieces might fall down, and sometimes there's some hole there. If you're lucky, all of them will be on the top here, but if you're like us, you will end up with a few of them inside this hole, as you can see it here. So we didn't want any rattling. I don't know if it was necessary to remove them, but I made a small tool with only like plastic tape, and tried to just catch it with it, and it worked pretty well. So was it necessary? I don't know, but I prefer to remove it while we're at that stage. For the floor, door, cargo mat protection type of thing, there's some hole that you have to remove, and then you just use your trim tool. It's a little bit hard at first sometimes, because they are really kind of stuck there and there's no hole, so you kind of had to do a hole, and then when you remove it, you have access to the Torx to a smaller bolt. I don't remember, I think it's like 5/16, something like that. So it's a very small bolt, so you just remove it with the drill, and then you can remove it, and then there was a bit more stuff to clean up. A small tip: you can actually drill a small hole. That's what I did at some point, and then you can remove it. So here's what happened when we cleaned it up, and then the left side is with the paint that we use. So we use a Rust-Oleum protective glass white enamel, and on the right side is before the rust, and then the left side was with the paint. We were pretty happy with the results, so we just paint the whole thing. By the way, don't buy the spray ones. You will need like 10 of them. Now for the floor, we took the cargo mat protection that we remove, actually the under piece, and then we just make the trim out of it to make the proper corners around the wheel well and the other area, so it was way easier to do. So here's a final look of our XPS foam board. We almost have a floor, For the floor, we went with birch plywood, 1/2 inch thickness, and here's the front. And by the way, we have not glued yet stuff. It's just because it's our first van, so we're just trying things out. We will probably glue them after that, but this is the final look. I think it looks good. So if you like this fast-paced type of video or not, let us know in the comment. I mean, if you want more detailed one, we'll let you know. But if you want to follow along, I mean, we'll be more than happy to answer your questions and give you some updates on our non-professional first build. So hopefully we do a good job. So Please subscribe if you want, it will mean a lot, and take care. See you next time for amazing videos, I guess.